What we are witnessing here in Zohran Mamdani's thunderous victory cry Trump, turn the volume up, is not simply another local politician celebrating electoral success. No, this is a symbolic rupture, a collective shout from below, from the very working class that has been silenced for too long under the noise of billionaire propaganda and corporate power. Mamdani's words reverberate far beyond the walls of New York City. They strike at the heart of a political order that has for decades substituted celebrity and spectacle for genuine democracy. When he says, turn the volume up, he isn't asking for more noise, he's demanding amplification for the voices of the people who have been systematically turned down, the tenants, the immigrants, the wage workers, the young burdened with debt, the elders priced out of their neighborhoods. Trump's America has always been loud about nationalism, loud about walls, loud about markets, but silent, eerily silent, about the exploitation that fuels its profits. Mamdani's defiance is the inversion of that silence. It is class struggle expressed through a microphone. It's the moment when the working class stops whispering their pain and begins shouting their demands. And make no mistake, this is not a radical call in the abstract. It is the practical, material assertion that if democracy means anything, it must mean economic democracy, too. The reason this moment resonates is because it exposes the contradiction that defines American capitalism today. An economy producing staggering wealth alongside staggering precarity. Mamdani's words pierce that contradiction. When he declares his victory, he's not just celebrating a campaign, he's indicting a system that forces millions into choosing between rent and food, while Wall Street records historic highs. The roar of his speech reminds us that the crisis of capitalism isn't just in its numbers, it's in its morality, its soul, its priorities. And this is precisely what terrifies the political establishment, both Republican and Democrat alike. They fear a movement that links rent control to labor power, foreign policy to solidarity, and democracy to ownership of the means of production. They fear that the masses might understand what Marx understood, that the real power lies not in ballots alone, but in who owns and controls the workplace. Mamdani's words channel that awakening a cultural as well as economic insurgency that says, we will no longer be spectators to our own exploitation. So when he says, turn the volume up, it's not directed just at Trump, it's directed at us. It's a call to raise the consciousness of the working class, to make visible what capitalism has tried to keep invisible. It's an invitation to be loud about inequality, about corporate greed, about the daily indignities of living in an economy designed for the few. This is not noise, this is clarity, and clarity in an age of distortion is revolutionary, because here's the truth: systems don't fall when they are quieted, they fall when the oppressed start to speak, organize, and act. And tonight, in New York City, with a single phrase shouted through the crowd, we heard not just the end of a campaign, but the beginning of a new political sound, one tuned to the frequency of justice, solidarity, and the collective power of the people.